Hello, gentle viewers. This is Indian, welcoming you to a new episode of Hearts of Iron 4 as the United States. Things have gone a bit crazy. The Mexican junta rose up against Mexico, and even though they're fascist, they're part of the Allies. Which is, what? Super weird. And so this puts us in a very awkward position, because our plan was we were going to go south and invade Mexico. We can kind of sort of do that, because Mexico's got their own stupid faction, the Bolivarian Alliance, who literally no one else is in. I'd really like to make them go squish, but the British are going to beat me to that. And so this may force our hand in some interesting ways. First of all, the Allies being on my doorstep is not something I was prepared for. Yes, of course, Canada belongs to the Allies, and I had plans for Canada, but I really didn't want to at this point. So we're going to see what happens for now. I don't love what our setup right now, and it does restrict our options. But, so one thing we're going to do immediately is we're going to take, where's good old Ernie? Let's sort by area. Where is my East Coast? Okay. We're going to start rebasing ships in... And that's what you need to do. You have to control right-click, which you'll notice does not appear in the tooltip anymore. Thankfully, they haven't changed that, and so we're gonna take the entire Atlantic Fleet, and we're going to shift them to New Orleans, which should be able to support us, because it is a level 10 naval base right now. And we're going to take the Pacific Fleet. I'd really like to move them out to Hawaii. So I think that's what we'll do. We'll move out the Pacific Fleet. And once we get to our new home, we're going to start exercising the Navy, because we need naval experience if we're going to make any improvements. Ooh, free civilian factories. Nice. Let's build some more military factories. That seems a lovely idea. Okay. Let's get you exercising. And there we go. So now the Navy is going to start training, building up knowledge of the Florida coast, but most importantly, gaining us naval experience, which we desperately need, because it's the only way we're going to be able to upgrade our fleet. What focus are we working on? Income tax reform, that's right. We're trying to push down this path. Right now, I want the free research slot, but then we're going to work down Arsenal of Democracy and start kicking production into higher gear. Possibly. Our biggest challenge is going to be... Now, we could still go fascist. And I really don't want to. Because I kind of don't want a civil war. Although maybe we'll do that if we can't get more involved in the rest of the world. Let's go ahead and develop aluminum. Aluminum. Stupid limeys. I'd really like to unlock chromium, but I don't know that we have any. Wonder if maybe our best choice right now... I want to do this so badly, but I don't have the war support. I could ban communism. But I don't see the point in cracking down on that. I think we're going to go ahead and make Hawaii a state. Okay, we're quickly racking up the naval experience. Do we actually go ahead and send... Because here's the thing, we have like disgusting amounts of fuel right now. Even with us exercising every single day. Maybe we have the Pacific Fleet go ahead and exercise too. Ah, the Nationalists won. Kudos to Paradox. If you've played Hearts of Iron 4 in the past, you know that Spanish Civil War typically only lasts for a couple of for 1 year, maybe. This is actually relatively close to the maximum length, which was, I believe, June 1939 is when the real Spanish Civil War ended. So we're only a year early as opposed to like 6 years early, which is pretty cool. Right. More people supporting the government. Open research slot. Now, here's the thing we've got to think about right now. If we don't face Japan, and we do get far more involved here in the Western Hemisphere, we might want to upgrade our battleships. It might actually be a worthwhile endeavor. But I think before we do that, I'd like to upgrade to depth charge throwers. Because I'd like to make sure that we can handle submarines. Because those could happen literally anytime. Oh yeah, check out this hot stuff. Interesting. The new capital of Mexico is in Juarez. Alright, here we go. 15 Navy experience. This is enough for us to make a serious upgrade to our fleet. And I really would like to do that. So let us kindly move up to build ships. And we're going to give ourselves an upgraded ship. I especially want to get us a modern destroyer design. So we're going to create a variant, and we're going to put in some modules. So here's what we decide what our new destroyers would want them to do. If we want them to escort, more rapid-fire guns would be good. Maybe a mine layer. And we'll go ahead and put on mine sweeping gear too. Oh, we literally have to pick something for each and every one of these, don't we? Yeah, here's the problem. Which other one is required? Ah, the battery. Okay. And now we don't have enough people. So we're basically looking at 30 to 40 power before we start making serious changes. So we'll keep that in the back of our mind right now. We're not going to bother with it for right now, but we will think about it for the future. Because until we have a better idea of who we're actually going to be facing in the not-too-distant future, I'm a little hesitant. Oof. And so the Mexican junta has taken over. Well, that's an interesting and highly unpleasant thing. Let's go and do Arsenal of Democracy. I want these major boosts to our production. Yeah, if we can get 35, if we can get like 40 or 50 experience. So now, let's consider our strategic situation. We have the Allies on our back. Oh, they left the Allies. Why the hell did you do that? You can do Allies of Convenience now? That's so cool. Can I still intervene? I can. This is actually perfect. Yeah, the British, for whatever reason... Guatemala and Honduras are still in there. Interesting. So we still need a way to build up war support. And for right now, there's not really an obvious way to do that. I think we need a political advisor who can help us pump up war support. Here we go. We could reduce consumer goods. No one here actually boosts war support. That's unfortunate. I wish I could have more than one theorist, but I guess for now we just kind of have to accept the fact that we can't. Given these three options, I'm going to go ahead and make Bill Halsey our Chief of the Staff for the Navy. And I think maybe we start considering other options. Although we can still take down Mexico. That's not the issue. When are we going to finish our tanks? We're still about 6 months away. Because I really want to start making tanks, but I just don't have that option right now. Okay, 52. We're starting to get up there. Now we could produce a new ship design. So the question is, do we start working on a new design now that we can mass produce, like destroyers? I think that's got a lot of attractiveness to it. Because you can never have too many destroyers. And most importantly, I really want to make sure that we can handle submarines when we do start running into them. So I think we're going to build some specialized ships for anti-submarine warfare. Oh, aren't I working on depth charge throwers? Let's wait till that's done. If that's what we're going to do. I keep getting myself in analysis paralysis because it's so frustrating not knowing who we're going to face. It's fun. I love it, but it is frustrating from a strategic planning perspective. Like, do we want to go full fascist and take on the Allies? We probably could, but not right now. Okay, Germany just ate Austria. They're a little behind schedule, but not by much. Is there one China now? No. Japan still hasn't kicked things off with Marco Polo Bridge. That's interesting. Extend the tax breaks. Oh, that's a cheap way to get some government support. I'm going to go and reduce consumer goods factories. I think that's a worthwhile task. And we have so many people that I don't care if people go temporarily into opposition. You have a crazy amount of stability. If we could trade stability for war support, I totally would at this point. Alright, we're going to start building dockyards now. Because I want to make sure that we've got plenty of ways to build new ships once we start putting them into mass production. We're 33% world tension. Holy shit. Oh, it's because of the Anschluss, I bet. Alright, we can't do any of these because we don't have war support. But I can very quickly go up to 6 slots? What? That's so good. Let's do it. Okay, we have free military factories for the first time in forever. Let's go and step up army production. And I think we start building a new design of ship. We've got loads of experience now. I would like a new carrier, but I also want to get a new hull for that. And we're not that far out from 1940 cruiser hull or carrier hulls. Same for battleships. Let's get our modernized destroyers. I think that's the most important thing we could do right now. Okay. So how many submarines do we think we're going to be facing at this point? Not that many yet. I think we go ahead. Let's go with torpedo launchers. Let's make some ship killers. We'll make a light battery, quality anti-air. We're slowing down a bit, but we haven't actually upgraded the engine yet. There we go. We'll take QGA sonar. Do we want a boost to sonar, or do we want fire control systems? This doesn't actually affect torpedoes, so I think we're going to ignore that in favor of better sonar. There we go. Oh, we can only have one sonar module. Ah. So I guess we'll go and equip a fire control system, even though right now it's not that helpful to us. Because you'll notice we've barely increased anything. It is going to use more fuel. Let's save it. Oh man, I should have totally named it something else. Oh well. Alright, so I want to make can never remember the name of our stupid Atlantic Fleet. Okay, it's actually called Atlantic Fleet. So then why the heck can't I find it when I'm trying to build stuff? I don't think you can add it directly to the fleet. That makes sense. Okay. Where is there... Where are my Atlantic destroyers? What are they called? Okay, we need Destroyer Squadron 12. Oh, we definitely need to beef up the Atlantic Fleet, too. We need to get them some actual beef. Let's make 5 of them. I'm actually going to change this because the Atlantic Fleet is so far behind the Pacific Fleet. Yeah, those are all destroyers and subs. That's not going to cut it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take the ships that are under production and we're going to assign them both. Okay, so we're going to go to the Atlantic Fleet. We're going to create a new task force. How do I create a new task force? Like, seriously, how do I add a new task force? So we could do, like, say, 3 carriers and 10 light cruisers, but that's not going to help us. How do I add another task force? That's how we change the insignia. That's another way we could try to remember it. How do we just add a new bloody task force? Like, what if I close everything? No, that doesn't work. Okay. So I think there's no actual way to add a new task force until you have ships. So I think what we'll do is we'll just order them produced in New Orleans, and then we'll create like an Atlantic Fleet. Alright, so that's what we'll do. We'll do production, and we're going to change this to building them here in New Orleans. And then once those are done, they'll be unattached. And I do want you to just directly reinforce them. But this will make us a much tougher task force, I think. And some people are criticizing the president. Yeah, computing machine. Let's go ahead and take the Browning machine gun and mortars. Get ourselves some nice support weapons. Oh, why did I do that? No. Give me more rifles. So I want to make sure we got loads of rifles. I know right now we're not building new divisions, and I'm doing that purposely. Like 1 division of light tanks, because we don't want to get Patton going. But I really want to go medium tanks. How much longer? 87 days. We have the luxury of time. If I was playing any other country, I would just be cranking out infantry divisions left and right. But I want to do a couple of things. Actually, let's work on Marines. That would be a good use of our time. Okay, please create an empty division for me. Infantry, battalions, Marines. Now we want this to be very mobile. So I think we're going to make it fairly small. Only a combat width of 10, but we're going to give it all the support you could possibly want. We're going to add engineers, artillery, and there's not going to be much in the way of motorized equipment, so it wouldn't be the worst idea. So once you get like amphibious trucks and stuff to maybe develop something. Maybe get them some anti-air. But we're not actually making anti-air right now. It won't matter, because they'll take it out of support equipment, won't they? No, I will have to make anti-air, and I don't feel like doing that right now. Then I think we go ahead and make this our Marine Corps template. So we're going to go and use the Marine Division template, and we're going to go ahead and save it. We're going to hit close, and we're going to hit train. Okay, we can only have 5 Marine divisions. That's fine. Let's go ahead. Can I actually raise them in Hawaii now? Since Hawaii is a core? I cannot. That's unfortunate, but it's understandable, I guess. Let's go ahead and raise it in San Francisco. Or in California. And then just do this once. Because we can only... one of the things added in one of the previous versions of Man the Guns, you can only have limited... a bunch of commies talking about stuff. Who cares? Where was I going with that? I genuinely don't remember. Italy's claiming Yugoslavian territory. Things are going to start kicking off in Europe any minute now. Excellent. Suck it, opposition. Could make Puerto Rico a state. Like, we have so much support right now that there's just so little point in doing a lot of these things. We've got so much stability. Look, let's get some research grants. And I can always cancel it later on. Okay, I definitely want to get planes and tanks produced within the year. Okay. Free civilian factories. Just build all the military factories. Okay. I'm not going to get new airplanes for a while, so let's go ahead and start building fighter ones. Ooh, or do we start building carrier fighters? I mean, look, we are working on carriers right now. It would make sense to give them better fighters. So I'm going to go ahead and assign you with 5 factories. And then let's change your... I'm going to reduce this so we can get some close air support on here. And I recognize that means we'll need to invest some tech in improving those ships as well. Or planes as well, but we'll deal with it. Hello, free research slot number 1. Hello, soon to be free research slot number 2. Okay. I do want, at some point, these amphibious LVTs. Okay. We're also going to want nukes at some point. Which means strap bombers. Or tactical bombers. Because either one can drop them. But I want to be farther ahead in nukes before I'd even consider that. And there's still so much here to worry about, right? I do like decryption and encryption. How are we doing on industry? Have we fallen behind? We have a bit, actually. Let's go ahead and grab that. I'm so excited to start building tanks, too. It's going to be a good time, you guys. It's going to be a real good time. Our war support's not changing. I wonder if there's anything anywhere in our tree that boosts war support. Like, here's the thing. The Mexican junta will never present a real threat to us. They just won't. Unless they join, like, Nazi Germany or something. But I wanted that. I want to murder them in the face. Actually, you know what? A thought occurs. We are going to want to blockade both coasts, aren't we? Let's get you guys over to California. I'm going to pull the Asiatic fleet over, too. I'm going to even merge those together. We lost a little bit, but we still dominated pretty hardcore. Once the Asiatic fleet gets over here. Oh, we actually got a decent-sized fleet over here, too. Okay, we got depth charge throwers. Excellent. Oh, that's right. We can do that, can't we? Oh, we could really crank things up to get depth charge mortars going on. Yeah, let's go and spend 50 to get this in 80 days. That makes a ton of sense. And we are going to want to improve our weapons on our carriers, too, for the next design, the 1940 design. Munich Agreement, pretty historical. I'm gonna merge these two fleets. Hey, there's the create a new task force button. Wonder why I didn't see it before. So if we go to Atlantic Fleet, because it's not there for him. That's really weird. Does he have to be in port? Okay, what if we stop his exercises? And let's tell you to go home. We've got the M3 Lee. We're not going to get Shermans for a while, so I think we're going to leave tanks alone for a bit. And we're going to start cranking out the Thompson gun. But most importantly, we're going to go to a production now, and we're going to stop producing light tanks and making medium tanks. We could use some of our army experience to actually make them better. Yeah, let's crank up the medium gun, the main gun a bit. And then where are my medium tanks? There we go. Alright, now. Oh, we gotta wait and build up the army experience. Yep. Damn it to hell. What are you? You're the USS Philadelphia. Excellent. We need to add you to the Atlantic Fleet. And that's how you get a new thing here. We're gonna call you we're gonna call it the Atlantic Cruiser Division. Senator retires. There we go. And let's go ahead and get you back exercising now that you've got a shiny new cruiser that we want to get some practice with. Oh, how dare we? Look, until every 5 inches of the U.S. is covered in military factories, we don't have enough military factories. Oh, wow. Okay. Half tracks would be decent. I want better Marines. Perfect. We will come back to the Manhattan Project. But we're a little ahead of that. I want to see what other options we may have in favor of us. I really don't want fascism boosted. I could create my own faction. That's pretty cool sounding. I mean, the DoD is pretty weak. Oh, here's all our tech improvements. We need more representatives to join us. That sounds really cool. Like, these all sound great, but I think we're going to start moving down this tree a bit farther and maybe start making our own faction. Oh, right, and then we've got another new tech to deal with, don't we? We are still working on land doctrines, right? Or did we totally forget about those? Oh, no, it's being researched. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and start working on... I mean, a good fire control sounds pretty tasty, too. And we are eventually going to want radar. We're not at war yet, so I don't feel a big need to take either of these. Let's go ahead and improve our fire control. We have so much naval experience, it's almost ridiculous. Okay. Military High Command. We could have Mark Clark, who really helps with infantry divisions. Let's do that. Because the backbone of any force we send off there is going to be infantry. I know that and you know that. I want integrated support. I think it's just a smarter play for us. Where are my divisions coming, by the way? Oh, they're just about done. What are you waiting on? Oh, you're short on support equipment. That's not good. We literally have one factory making it. That explains a lot. That explains an awful lot. We have free dockyards. Why didn't anyone tell me we had free dockyards? We actually don't have free dockyards. Why aren't you using these? That's weird. Whatever. We'll get our new carrier in a few days. That'll be pretty good. Ah, we are not currently making... That is not good. Let's go ahead and get some carrier closer or under production. Yeah, we'll start working on it, but it will take us a while before we can actually fulfill those orders. Okay. Look, we're going to start working on carrier hulls. I think that's our next big upgrade and our next big project. Woof. We're really crippling our ability to pass stuff. Let's go ahead and... Oh, I see this actually turns civilian factories into projects. Okay. Let's go ahead and go with a medium lobbying effort and try to pull some people over to our side. How are the factories coming along? Oh man, you guys are at 17% now. Isn't infrastructure pretty good in Texas? Maybe it's not. Let's go ahead and create the Treaty of Reciprocal Assistance. Okay. We got concentrated industry. Let's go straight into construction 3. Ooh, no, we gotta go for advanced machine tools. What is War Plan Gray? It's a way for us to boost our thing here. Let's go ahead and take improve fire control. We've got plenty of senators on our side. It's congressmen that we're short on. I really kind of feel like we need another 24 divisions at some point to get a full proper army going on. Alright. So we got our increased Marines. We really could use field hospitals. I also want a signal company. I think we need to start on radio now. I think we waited long enough. Not much happening, but we're getting closer to making things happen. Czechoslovakia got wiped out. There's a coup in Romania. The Soviets have been quiet. Like, really quiet. Usually by now they've been annexed Tanotuva. And Japan has just been silent the entire game. Interesting. How long before we get this? Okay, we're about halfway through. Alright, guys, we got the Thompson. We got the Tommy gun. Let's start trying to grab some naval doctrines. And let's try to get our carriers up to snuff. It's gonna take so long to upgrade that, but it'll be worth it once we do. Yeah, we need to get undisturbed isolation gone. It's holding back our factories. Here we go. Yeah, we need to at least get upgraded to the economy, too. That's the funny thing, we're still being held back. That's what's hilarious. Sort of hilarious. Let's increase the motorization, because I do want to kind of go that way. Because we're one of the few countries in the game that just has ridiculous amounts of food. Ah, things happened. Haiti, Cuba, Uruguay, Panama, Ecuador, Costa Rica, Colombia, Chile. We've got a reasonably sized little faction now. I approve. Alright. I still can't go any farther along any of these tracks because I can get the Manhattan Project. When we get the war support boosted, we can go for the giant wakes. That's gonna take some time. Let's go and take, like, Air War Plans Division. Oh, yeah. We'll just take a thing for the sake of taking a thing. Improved fire control. Nice. I would like to grab Construction 3. Yes. Damn it, would you quit taking representatives away from me? It's so hard to get stuff done because it keeps having representatives ditch us. Let's try another medium lobbying effort. We'll have presidential elections in 1940. Maybe that'll change things, who knows. Come on, damn it, you're holding us back. I want my war support. I think once Poland goes off, we can jump the Mexican junta. And then it's anybody's guess what happens next. Oh my goodness, more senators leaving. What? Stop. Stay on the good team, the winning team. How do we still not have enough support equipment? because it's pretty much equal. Let's go ahead and make it high. Let's make sure they get first priority. There we go. That's starting to finally drop now. Hungary joined the Axis. Alright, here we go. Now we're getting divisions coming out here. Poland joined the UK. How is that possible? How is Poland part of the United Kingdom? Is that just a faction now? Or... Oh, they're calling it the United Kingdom, but it's actually not the United Kingdom. Interesting. Okay, we now have no divisions, and most importantly, I can now edit armor divisions. Just to get some kind of medium tanks into the field? We could do a mixture of medium tanks and light tanks. And then as we develop more army experience, start cranking these out. These are going to be really good. These are actually an interesting unit. I'm actually going to give it a shot. Because we can always modify it later if we want to. Why is it saying we have no... Oh, we have unassigned divisions. Okay. Alright. I want you all to train. Let's have you train in Kansas. Because Kansas is a relatively flat state. Not as flat as you might believe. There we go. And we are not actually making light tanks. And we'll get some of them into production too.
Commands?
Leslie McNair was a Marine, wasn't he? No, he was an armor officer. Who was the bloody Marine? Here we go, Alexander Patch. But why do that when we could take someone like Courtney Hodges, who's an infantry officer? Oh, he's good at both. We don't want to waste him then. Truscott. Let's make sure. It's not clear to me if it's actually doing it properly, so we'll just see what happens when they create the new division.
Orders. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I don't have any purpose for you right now. Okay, we've got radio. I don't know what we're going to do about strategic bombing yet. I think that's a decision we'll leave for another day for right now. go and take air warplanes. Because I can't pass any of the 2 major pieces of legislation because my people are dicks, so... Advanced machine tools. Nice. Do we start working on air doctrines, or do we keep going down the engineering path? We do need radar stations. This is a definite truth. We're gonna want those out in the Pacific.
Listen up.
There we go. We got ourselves our 5 infantry units. Okay, we need rubber. Yeah, we definitely need to reduce the number of civilian factories if we can. The thing is, 25 isn't enough. Now 25 is enough. Oh, we're so close. Let's do a lobbying effort. We're so close to getting house support. Let's continue going down this path. Germany claims Memel. Some senators. Come on, we're this close to unlocking either major naval construction or major army construction. Bit further. You've never looked at the logistics screen. Yeah, we've got major shortfalls of tanks. But that'll slowly come more and more online. Alright, we got the carrier hull. Let's get... We could get a boost to, yeah, let's go ahead and take damage control. Which I don't think is a module, so I think now is the time to design our newest carriers. Alright. Okay. I want hangar space. We want as many airplanes as we can cram onto this thing. Let's get the improved carrier engine. Let's definitely get a better secondary battery. We don't actually have radar for the carriers. That's not great, but we'll live. I just want so many airplanes on here, right? How many airplanes can carry? 80. That's pretty good. Yeah, let's do it. I want to build 2 of them, and I want them in Louisiana. And we'll put as many of them as we can on it. Oh, you know what I bet the issue is? I bet we've been going for, let's wait 3 days and see how much support the lobbying got me. That's enough, I think. Are you kidding me? 1! Special measures. Oh, I can't do it. No. Damn it. Alright, we gotta keep lobbying. I don't know which of these we're gonna pick. I do want strategic bombers. Really badly. But I also think we're going to need close air support and TAC bombers. I think that's the better call. Yeah, because I'm thinking of the naval aspect of it. We're going to want good quality Navy stuff. So we're going to go ahead and research this. Okay, free dockyards. We are working on the new carriers, which is lovely. We need to start working on new hulls as we can. I don't know what else to build right now. Unless we just do it this way and we just make 2 carriers. So close to being able to do something interesting. How are our armor divisions coming? They're gonna take a while, which is understandable. Alright. A new naval project, I think. I think we're gonna want new cruisers. If we're gonna go carrier, cruiser, destroyer, and ignore battleships, we've kind of already committed ourselves to that for right now. I want to make sure we've got a few nice chunky cruisers as part of the Atlantic Fleet. We need... That was weird. It's like, you need things. What do I need? You don't need to worry about it. Swargage movement. There's something going on there. I don't know that I'm particularly bothered with it, but Things are happening. Okay. Let's go ahead and start on improved computing machine. Where are my fighter ones? Am I not making any? That can't be right. Oh, I don't think I've actually started making land-based aircraft yet. Actually, as we get closer to 1940, we do need a new model of our aircraft, don't we? Yeah, literally every aircraft I'm building is a carrier aircraft. That makes total sense, actually. Let's cut back on you just so we can get tanks building. And as this cranks up, we'll start making a lot more. Okay. I really do want this to be entirely medium tanks. Here we go. And then how much is it to add support? Quite a bit. So we're just going to do 10 medium tanks for now. Which means now we can deploy stuff, and now there's no need to actually build the light tanks. And we can use these additional factories. Let's step up support equipment even further. Okay, where are my shiny new units?
Ready to move.
Okay, gotta get Georgie boy, and we're gonna attach him to Ike.
Ready.
And there we go. Perfect. If we can hang on, we can do a lot of damage. Alright, can I get you now to assign units to... Alright. I think we've reached the point where we're gonna stop training the Pacific Fleet. No, I want to stop every... Oh, do, hold. I will tell people to go repair that need to. Let's go ahead and have everyone hold now, and then go back and repair. Okay, we're gonna keep going down the land doctrine tree. And we're gonna go ahead and spend 50 experience to work on that. We lost a few senators. That's not ideal, but we should have loads of senators. So it shouldn't really be an issue. Next tech slot that opens up, we're going to start working on 1940s airplanes. Maybe. Okay. We finally have plenty of senator support. But we don't have the war support for some of these. Would I rather have selective training and work on army improvement? Or would I rather shift over to working on the Navy? I really do want Navy, but I also want Army too. But you know what? Now's about the perfect time to go for researching the Manhattan Project. Oh, but we can do that whenever though. And I don't want to I don't want to lose all the lobbying we've gotten done. Let us work on the... Do I want the 2-ocean Navy? Or do we want selective training so we can start pushing down this tree? I think I want to start working on the Navy. I think that's got to be our focus right now. Because I think the Army's actually in relatively good shape. Let's get the 2-Ocean Navy Act. Let's go ahead and do nation building. I'm going to keep you in case I decide I want to change my tank manufacturer, which I definitely will. Okay, we've improved our damage control. We can improve our light battery to get a better secondary battery going on. How's our cruiser hull coming? So I think once we get the 2-Ocean Navy kicked into gear, that's what we're going to focus on. Let's get a Chief of the Air Force. Let's just get Hap Arnold. And generate some Air Force experience. No, I want to save my naval experience now to get our cruisers into full production. Patience, my dockyards, patience. Okay. I keep forgetting, you guys. I totally keep forgetting that we need to start working on building more aircraft. Let's go ahead and max out support equipment for now. I think we'll probably end this update with this episode with the 1940 presidential election. Italy declares war on Yugoslavia. Italy joins the Axis. Things still aren't really kicking off, though. Okay, we have a bunch of airplanes that we're just putting in our reserves, which is fine with me. Yugoslavia joined the Allies. Yep, World War II is about to start properly now. Weirdly over Yugoslavia, not Poland. So let's see here. Oh no, you are actually fighting Poland too. But you're not fighting France, which is somewhat curious. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys to stop exercising. And the Marines, too.
All in.
I think they start getting mad at me because the Marines now have nothing to do. Xinjiang join the common turn.
Ready, sir.
Yeah, we are ready to just obliterate them. Maybe we start planning a naval invasion. Just a small one, but just to cut them off in Tijuana.
Listen up.
So let's see here. We want... And he'll be ready to go in about a month. And this will be the easiest naval invasion ever. But we'll easily punch out Baja California so that we can then focus most of our results here. Now, this is horrible tank country. So we got to assume our tanks will get held up. But I think at the end of the day, it'll be worth it. The interesting thing is here, I suspect... Ooh. Yugoslavia surrendered. Warsaw fell. Poland just surrendered. Cruisers. Okay. We definitely need to get some good quality cruisers going on. And before I forget, we're going to start building our... I do want tactical bombers at some stage, but we could all just use the Bolo in an emergency. Let's get air Cobras going. Okay. Give me a shiny new 1940 cruiser hull. Want a good engine, a really good secondary battery, awesome armor, some sonar, improved fire control, anti-air. We want these to have a little bit of punch. These are going to be the heavy cruisers. And we'll also make a light cruiser variant too. And then we are gonna put some anti-air on just so they're not totally helpless. This is pretty crazy. This is a very heavy gun for cruisers. But these are basically tend to be almost like mini battleships. So we're going to call these... How can I name them? And I want you to be part of Cruiser Division... What is it, 3? No, Atlantic Cruiser Division. Okay. And then we're going to start working on light cruisers, too. So I'm going to take this hull. No, sorry, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to cancel that. Where's my cruiser hull? And then the light cruisers are going to use... we're going to have... Oh, cool. This actually shows like where everything is. Nice. I definitely want the anti-air. We're going to go to torpedo launchers and light batteries. You'll notice the speed is up, heavy attack is down, but light attack and especially torpedo attack are up. I could remove the battery. That doesn't really change anything, though. Like, I could reduce the armor in favor of more speed. But I actually think it's totally fine. Move the light cruiser battery. Let's add you to the Atlantic Cruiser Division. There we go.
Ready to move.
No, don't do that.
Listen up.
There you go. Yeah, we had to add him to the army group. Okay. I think while we've got the support, if we can, we're going to go straight to Selective Training Act. We finally need chromium again. I knew we were gonna lose some support for that. Yes, let's go ahead and invest in the economy of Nebraska. That's Kansas, so Nebraska is right above it. And I'll kick it up to the top. We're gonna have a pretty fearsome navy when all is said and done, which is exactly what we're looking for. Could improve damage control, but I think we really need to work on fire control methods. Maybe. Yeah, we are building heavy cruisers and light cruisers. I think this is a fair get. Once this is done, we're going to go ahead and work on close air support.
Ready, sir.
Ooh, new military factories. Nice. We do need to upgrade our artillery as well, but let's work on the medium tanks for now. And then we'll start upgrading our artillery. Okay. Now we're going to shift you to air research. We do want to get upgraded destroyers at some point too, but I do want to get... No, actually, no. It actually behooves us to work on the destroyers. Because we're not as likely to get research buffs for that the way we will for the Air Force. How's the war in Europe going? Oh, Germany's already ruffle stomped France. Or Poland, rather. Italy's crushed Yugoslavia. What is France's deal? Oh dear, go with Britain. They're about to get super serious. Free civilian factories are not allowed. Keep the military factories coming for right now. We could also expand our oil depots, which might not be the worst idea. Netherlands surrenders. We get another tank division. Oops, no. I just gave the tank division to...
Ready, sir.
I should have gone to Patton. Alright, and we're just going to go for a total of 24 divisions, which I believe is actually more armored divisions than the U.S. had in all of World War II. France has joined the Allies. Hungary has proclaimed Greater Hungary. India wants the Brits out. Rest, my pets, rest. This navy's going to take us a while to build, but it'll definitely be worth it once we do. How many free dockyards? We only have 4. I think we'll wait until we get the destroyers under production, and then we'll just crank the crap out of those. Soviets declared war on Latvia. We're basically using a version of Blitzkrieg against Mexico, just maybe not in the best territory for it. Details. They've got a fair number of divisions, but ours are probably a lot better. If I'm honest with you guys, ours are probably a lot better. Actually, what we could use some radar stations. Let's go to construction and let's start working on some radar stations. I'm going to build one in New Mexico. I'm going to build one in California. I think we'll build one in Hawaii. Nope, that didn't do what I wanted it to. And I think we'll also build one down here in Panama, just in case people get squirrely. There we go. Right, 66% world tension, you guys. 25% war support. We could kick off with Mexico as soon as the next episode. Maybe even this episode, but probably not. Because we're going to go up to the presidential election. Coming up in November. This will be a nice little boost to manpower. Once we get the manpower, I think we'll start mass producing infantry divisions. Especially to start covering the east and west coasts. Because I think this army is more than enough to stop Mexico. Probably a little bit too much. Selective Training Act. We could grab Lend-Lease. What does that do? That's gonna screw us hard. And I don't think Lend-Lease is something I need to mess with right this second. Yeah, we need to be at war to do those two. Alright. We could get the Bureau of Ships, get the Maritime Commission, or fund the Navy. Let's go ahead and start on the Bureau of Ships. No, I did say we were waiting on this to make this decision. Let's grab escort fighters. And then we'll turn around and grab closer support. Japan joined the Axis. Things are getting even more serious. But not if Japan never attacks China. I could grab a ship designer. Let's grab Newport News Shipbuilding. A boost to speed for everyone sounds pretty sweet, but I think I'd rather have the deck size increase. go ahead and separate off on your own. I want to add you to... I must be missing something here. So if I change these both to 10, then can I add these? I guess maybe if we get him to North Carolina, we can merge him in. Where's the Atlantic Fleet currently at? That's also part of the problem. Let's get you guys back to New Orleans. There we go, and we're gonna call you the Carrier Fleet. We'll call it the Atlantic Carriers. And spell it horribly. And then I'm gonna fold you in. Oh no, you need to get over here. There we go. Now we've got our lovely cruiser division. And let's set this task force up to 3. Maybe even 5. There was one non-active task force. Like, how am I supposed to know that one of these task forces is inactive? Like, what's the clue? I think maybe just one of them was still exercising for some reason. We got some senators. Oh wow, France just fell in record time. Maybe not record time, but all right. Oh, it's 40. Let's start working on decryption. And let's quickly step up the New Mexico radar project. and the California radar projects. Because I want those both fully online before shooting starts. Which could be any day now. Why do I still have no fighters? Why am I not making fighters? Or are they literally all just going to, I'm not building them. Oh, that's right, because I was waiting for an upgrade. That's right. I guess there's no time like the present to start making Warhawks. Just start getting those worked on. Romania joined the Axis. I've got a feeling the moment we hit Mexico, they're going to join the Axis. And that's going to be an interesting thing for us to concern ourselves with. We need one thing to just push us over the top. Just a little bit. The death of Rudolf Hess. Alright. I want to start making divisions now. No, I can't really add much of the infantry divisions. I would like to add one more brigade so I get the even 20. Let's make... Basically, we're going to make 5 armies. And you'll notice we're nowhere near running out of manpower now. We've got loads of equipment, loads of manpower. We should finish on this game up. Come on, world tension. Wow, Germany's handed over Slovakia to Hungary. That's interesting. Yeah, here comes the Air Cobra. Here comes the 40 destroyer hull. We're getting there, you guys. Oh, we did it. We're over 30%. Can I just bribe them? Oh, they wanted a civilian factory. I didn't know that. Okay. Yes. Okay, we just need the political power, and then we're gonna go in. We're gonna take down Mexico. What is this? Interesting. Norway joined the Allies. Germany declared war on Norway. Ah, we are so close I can almost taste it. That's a tank.
Ready to move.
Right? Yeah, let's give you the Patton. I see the French Commune just basically has Guyana. That would actually be a pretty easy thing to pass, I think. I love how Germany's just left Belgium alone. Like, it's fine. Are you at war with the Soviets, or the Soviets just kind of hanging out? They're somehow at war with the entire Axis except for Germany. That's interesting. Let's give Nebraska their stupid freaking civilian factory. Come on, I need just a little bit more political power. Because once war started, we can really get our economy going. And I really want to actually let you guys see some war, like our war, in the next episode. It's weird that the Soviets are in a war with Germany, and it's going to probably go very badly for Hungary as a result. 44, come on. 5 more days. We can almost start the war on July 4th. That'd be super cool. Escort fighters would be nice. We should be able to start grabbing these. Military construction sounds pretty awesome. But I want the giant wakes even more. Yeah, let's not make those anymore. Let's start working on it. Oh, the Lightning is a heavy fighter. We could get that done super quickly, actually. And that's going to be pretty helpful in the Pacific, so we'll go ahead and start working on those. Alright, Mexico. The clock has started. I think we'll end right before we declare war. Just to leave a nice cliffhanger for the next episode. Yeah, as you guys probably expect, we are super overspec'd to take Mexico. But I have a sneaking suspicion the moment Mexico is attacked, that they're going to switch sides, that they're going to join the Axis. Well, maybe not. Interesting. Germany took Malta? Alright, I want you to start patrolling. I'm gonna merge you guys, and then I'm gonna go ahead and give you an order to do some convoy raiding here and here. And I'm gonna have you patrol. And then we're gonna do heavy ghost strike force. Because we're gonna try to sucker punch them. Excellent. go ahead and have you work on more damage control. But it's now time to start cranking out destroyers like nobody's business. Get ourselves a tasty 1940 hull. Best engine we could cram into the thing. And we're gonna go hardcore anti-submarine and torpedoes. Get ourselves some lovely... I'd actually rather have sonar. Oh, we can't actually have two sonars, can we? Then let's get fire control. This is a sexy looking destroyer hull. Japan declared war on China. It's starting to happen, you guys. We're gonna see how quickly we can waffle stomp Mexico. Pushing naval doctrines. In 19 days. 18 days. I don't know if the task force will automatically work the way it should. Look, we've got loads of carrier fighters that we just don't have anything better to do with. So we're gonna go ahead and create those, and we're gonna go ahead and create naval or close air support. Because right now, there's no downside. And we're gonna hook you up to this army. Maybe we need to upgrade our Air Force base in Oklahoma. Boom. Just a nice big fat air base in Texas. Trotsky wasn't murdered yet. We are so ready to go and just obliterate them. Why are we still preparing at this point? let's grab improved infantry equipment. And there we go. But that'll be the next episode. I hope you guys are enjoying this series thus far. I know we've run a bit long the last couple episodes, and there hasn't been a lot going on, but hopefully you're starting to see my planning come to some sort of fruition. I fully expect this will get us into war with the Axis. Because, or maybe not. Oh, you're pretty democratic. You could join the Allies. Wouldn't that be interesting? Which might bring in Canada, and we are not remotely prepared to take on Canada. Yet. I'll tell you what we're gonna do. This is super suboptimal, but I can't take any chances right now. I'm gonna put you guys in North Dakota. And I'm just gonna deploy the whole thing.
Ready.
You're gonna get your own. I'm gonna give you... I really don't need a Panzer leader. I'll give you Garrow. I'm gonna have you guys make a front line here, which I know you can't remotely handle right now, but we'll get there. Alright. So next episode, we're hitting the button. But until then, this has been Avindian. Thank you for watching, and until next time, I bid you good day.